gosh, no, bad idea.
So we're up on the Mount Royal Range at the moment, and we are 1,510 meters above sea level. That's so cool.
Thought we should end it with a nice therapeutic cold plunge. Bryce is a little bit angry that he's lost the drone. Actually, no, you haven't lost the drone. It lost itself, dropped out of the sky. And wait for the buzz.
Good morning, welcome back to another video. In this one we are heading up to the Gloucester Tops. I'm going to quickly get packed up out here and then we're going to hit the road and head up into the Great Dividing Range again.
Yep. We are actually heading to Gloucester today. We are gonna pop into the information centre and find out all about the Gloucester Tops. There's also some other tops out there. Is it the Barrington National Park?
Yeah, I think it's the Barrington Tops as well.
Oh yeah, Barrington Tops. But first things first, this morning we do have to go to the fuel station. 1, to fill up the car, and 2, to fill up the diesel heater because it's going to be a low of 1 degree.
Yeah, it's going to be cold, so might be having that diesel heater on all night. That'll be toasty.
And hopefully a campfire. But like we said, we do have to go to the information centre because it is winter. Some of the tracks may be closed. There could be lots of water around, we've heard. But we'll let you know when we find out.
So it might not actually be the best time of year to be going there, but we're going to have a look and explore it anyway. We've just stocked up at Woolies and we've been to the information centre and they gave us a heap of information on the Barrington Tops. So there's like a northern section and a central section, so we're going to go check them out, and we're going to base ourselves at Camp Cobar. We're not going to have any signal for the next few days, but should be good.
So to put it into perspective, you can see this is Gloucester and we're going to drive to Camp Cobar, which is over here, and then for the next couple of days we're going to explore this area and this area.
I have just recently downloaded some offline maps from Google Maps so that when we don't have signal I can just look on there and find out where we are and where we should be going. So we've just pulled up at Camp Cobar and we're nice and settled in. We've got a beer each and we're looking over this absolutely stunning river. Check this out. Now they do say that this place gets pretty cold. Apparently the Barrington Tops is another 10 degrees colder than what Gloucester is. And what was it, 1 degrees last night in Gloucester? Yeah. So it could be around the -5 or -6 apparently. So we'll have to wait and see. But
I don't know if that's at the top of the tops.
Yeah, that's true.
But we're in a bit of a valley. Now Camp Cobar is $25 a night. You don't get power or water, but there is hot showers and bathrooms. I think there's a bit of a camp kitchen as well. This place should be perfect as a base to explore the Gloucester Tops and the Barrington Tops. It is pretty windy on these roads out here, so we didn't really want to take the caravan any further up into the mountains. So I think this should be a pretty good base.
cold?
Yeah. Bryce just tricked me a minute ago and was like, oh wow, the water's so warm. So I'm like rushed to the edge, put my feet in. I was like, no, it's not.
You were only saying before you wanted to do a
cold
plunge, so.
But it's not very deep.
That's good that you can like lay, that's the whole idea of a cold plunge. We'll see.
See if I can find a deep enough part.
Here's a deep patch for you.
Found the deep spot.
In your hole.
And it also looks like they've made a little swimming area up there, a little plunge.
Oh, I reckon that's like natural.
A natural spa.
Yeah, how good's that? This morning we are heading out to the Gloucester Tops. So first stop, I think we'll go right up to the top to Gloucester Falls. It's a nice balmy 4 degrees out there at the moment, and I reckon it got to about -1 last night. It was a bit chilly. So as you can see, beanie on already. I think that might be staying on for a while too.
It's going to take us about 1 hour and 13 minutes all the way to the top of the Gloucester Tops.
Yeah.
And then we'll just work our way back. Hopefully do a couple of nice walks today. After a very windy hour drive out here, we've finally made it to Gloucester Falls. So this is where you do a couple of the walks from. There is a couple of other points of interest a bit further back, but we chose to come to the furthest point first and have a look.
Yeah, we'll do the walking track. It's about a 1.5 hour circuit.
Grade 4.
Grade 4. It's only 1.8 k, so I don't think it'll take us the full 1.5 hours, but they were right about the time getting up to here, so let's see if they're right about the walking track too.
Look how pretty this is. And if you want to have an even better, more magical walk, you just got to lick it and wait for the buzz. Slight detour off the track.
Yeah.
But look what we found. We are at the Gloucester Falls and we just put the drone up to try and get some beautiful footage, and it flew up over the falls easy as, and then we just got this warning and it pretty much just dropped out of the sky into the freezing cold water. Dropped off into this massive pool at the bottom, and it's really deep and there's even ice all around the edges, so this place is absolutely freezing at the moment. We're just trying to figure out if there's anything we can do to get it back. But the water seems really deep.
Well, that's pretty depressing. I just put the drone up and it fell in the water just down here. It went from 65% battery to nothing like that, and then just forced it to fall down and went in the drink. So it's obviously way too cold and way too deep in there to go find it. So I guess the only good thing to come out of it is I get to buy a new drone, but still not ideal.
Well, I think the rest of today's video is going to be a lot of me because Bryce is a little bit angry that he's lost the drone. Actually, no, you haven't lost the drone. It lost itself, dropped out of the sky. I think he's just more annoyed about all the good opportunities that he had to fly it around this area because it's so pretty. Oh well.
We're on our second walk for today, and it's at the Antarctic Beech Forest Walk. So we're just surrounded by these big Antarctic beech trees, and it's a really cool walk.
Drone's not going to be the only thing in the water if you keep that up. I'm going to stay right here on solid ground, right?
This is solid, it's just a little bouncy.
Yeah, got a bit of a spring to your step.
It's solid.
And it's covered in moss. That means it's slippery. Wow, look at this view. You know what would be really good right now?
I know.
The drone. It's gonna be okay.
Way to rub it in more.
It's okay. After doing a couple of walks today, we thought we should end it with a nice therapeutic cold plunge.
Well, it's just a bit of punishment for losing the drone, actually.
It's about 19 degrees out here about an hour ago, so probably a little bit more cold now. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon. Sun's still up, but I thought we better go now because if we leave it any longer, it's going to be so dark down here by the creek. Whew. Really trying to hype myself up. Here we go.
Alright, let's do it. Get in for a bit of a plunge.
We are so pasty white. We haven't seen the sun in months and months.
Yeah, look, I'm a bit white and shiny, aren't I? Shiny, is that the word?
You're glistening in the sun.
Glistening.
Oh my gosh, no. No, bad idea.
Come on, in your hop. Come in.
Oh! Holy! Oh!
You going in first or mine?
I'm actually burning my skin.
You don't have to go.
So I feel like we chickened out a little bit. We only went halfway, but now we've kind of got into the zen and the chi of it. Not quite. We're feeling like going again. All right, let's go single. And duck. You can do it, Bryce. You can do it. You can do it.
Right now. Oh, that's so cold. That's actually quite refreshing. I'm actually not hating it as much as what Chelsea did. Alright.
Don't drop the GoPro in the water like the drone.
Oh, alright. Alright, in your hop.
Wait, Wim Hof? Doesn't he go?
Wim Hof?
Wim Hof.
Yeah, gotta get your breathing right.
1, 2.
Gotta stay in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ow.
How about go us? We've said about doing this for ages now and we've finally actually done it. Finally gone through with it.
I'm just so glad the sun's out. It's probably blinding on the GoPro because it's blinding us in the eyes.
Pretty sure I've got frostbite on my feet. So can we get out the water?
All right, let's go by the fire. Oh, that's it. Bryce started the fire beforehand, so now I can go warm up.
You did it.
Good morning. Day 2 in the Barrington National Park today. We are going to the Barrington Tops, which is the opposite way to where we went yesterday. Just making up some sandwiches. I say we. Bryce is making up some sandwiches. I'm drinking coffee. Oh, I got some relish on here. Bryce's nana actually made us some relish to bring away with us.
It's good stuff.
So Bryce and I always draw little images and write silly things on each other's sandwiches with texture. And yesterday I wrote something and then I put it down on the chopping board. Can you guess what I drew?
So from what we've worked out so far, the Barrington Tops is actually lots of little drives and little walks and things like that. So we've made our way to Thunderbolts Lookout. There's a bit of ice on the road and it's pretty slick, but should be a really nice drive today. Let's go.
Let's go.
When I was young, I thought control would lead me to an ending road, and heavy metal seemed to be the only thing that was for me.
And how good's this? They got little signs to tell you where you can get signal.
Check this out, a bit of ice around.
Oh wow.
Good job, bro.
Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Look at the inside of it. It's actually like fit in the tyre tracks. Ready? That's so cool.
I stepped on this one before and it was like, sounds like glass breaking. Wow.
So we're up on the Mount Royal Range at the moment and we are 1,510 metres above sea level. That's so cool. So we've come out to this spot called The Fears. It's part of the Stewart's Brook State Forest, and it's really cool. It's amazing how like the different terrains, I guess, you get so many different little patches all through it, and we come through here and we're like, oh wow, this is so cool.
It was nice, light, open, and then all of a sudden we just come into all these pine trees and it's so dark in here and cold.
Dark and ominous.
Dark and ominous. Fun fact, the water here flows over 400 kilometres out to the sea near Newcastle.
Crazy. That's really cool actually.
This would be awesome to visit this area in summer because there's really cool swimming spots. At the moment it's a little bit too cold. I mean, we did it, but I'm not going to go jump in any more falls.
Be interesting to find out if these falls are actually running in the summertime as well, because it'd actually be a really cool area up here. There's lots of like full drive trails. They're all closed at the moment because it's winter time. Come and cruise around up here in the summertime and I reckon it'd be pretty interesting.
After spending the morning in the Barrington Tops National Park, we've decided to hook up the van and head back into the town of Gloucester. They don't have any phone reception at the camp we're at, which has been beautiful for the last couple nights just to chill out, but we need to catch up with some things and I need to desperately do some editing. So we have just got to the showgrounds. It's $30 a night for power and water, and we've got given a bit of an unlevel site, but that's fine, beggars can't be choosers. Look how high we are up on these.
Right up on them. At least we're using the whole of the leveler. Yeah, does that make anyone feel better at home?
Oh yeah, that's better. I forgot it did that. What is it? How close I am to losing my shin? That can't go over, can it?
Depends how much rocking goes on.
We've had an awesome time inland at Gloucester and the Barrington National Park, but we are heading back to the coast this morning. If you are enjoying these ones, please make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next Sunday. See you later.